We don't know who's next for Goldberg, but we might know what's next, and that could be AEW. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and it looks like Bill Goldberg might actually be joining All Elite Wrestling. Now, he loves to say his catchphrase, who is next? Every time someone is next, they eat a spear, they eat a jackhammer, and then they eat the mat. Well, I don't know who Goldberg's next opponent is going to be, but his next company could well be AEW. We know Goldberg is a free agent. He's been looking for a retirement match, a retirement run. It doesn't look like that's going to happen in WWE. He seems to think that WWE owe him something. They've went back on their word or something like that. He hasn't fully explained what his issue is with WWE, but Bill Goldberg and WWE look like they're no longer working together, and that would open the door for AEW. It's been rumoured for a long time now that he could potentially go to AEW. Tony Khan has said he's interested in bringing Bill Goldberg to AEW, and now the timing might be right, because Tony Khan was doing a media call to promote 2023 pay-per-view Forbidden Door, and he did not say that Goldberg would not be on the show. He pretty much teased that you have to wait and find out in regards to could Goldberg possibly be the partner, the mystery partner for Sting and Darby Allin at the pay-per-view. So this is what Tony Khan had to say. I'm going to read out his statement, then I'm going to give you my opinion on whether or not Bill Goldberg will be at Forbidden Door. I'm kind of conflicted. I think there's a chance it will happen, but there's something big that hasn't happened, which makes me think it won't happen, and I will explain that in a little minute. But this is what Tony Khan had to say regarding him talking and discussing a potential AEW match with Bill Goldberg. Quote, "I have had a nice conversation with Bill about being involved with AEW at times. It's a good thought. I don't know if it would be the perfect fit for who Sting and Darby are going to bring to Coalition this week, but I also want to leave all doors open for them and their partner for Forbidden Door. It would ideally be somebody that would step in and be a good fit for the Forbidden Door show. Bill Goldberg is a legend in pro wrestling, one of the biggest names in the sport, and I certainly had nice conversations with him at times. As for who Sting and Darby bring in this weekend, there have been a lot of guesses, and a lot of them have been more in line with New Japan Pro Wrestling's biggest names. Goldberg has gone over and competed in New Japan too. I've had nice talks with Bill about doing things in AEW, and that's probably all I can say right now." End of quote. So Tony Khan is not ruling out Bill Goldberg. Tony Khan has made it clear he's talked to Bill Goldberg about doing things in AEW. So I think Bill Goldberg appearing and wrestling in AEW could very well happen this year. But is it going to happen at Forbidden Door? I'm not too sure. Personally, I wouldn't rush Bill Goldberg in for Forbidden Door. Why rush Goldberg in for a throwaway 6-man tag match? Bill Goldberg is better than that. Bill Goldberg is bigger than that. If you're going to bring in Bill Goldberg, then you bring him in for a big match. You bring him in for a big story. You don't bring him in with less than a week's build-up to take part in a 6-man tag match. Plus, I think if Goldberg was signed to AEW, Tony Khan would want to be the one to announce it. He would probably say, tune in next week because I've got a major announcement. That's what Tony Khan loves to do, and he's not doing that here, which makes me think that Goldberg hasn't signed right now. I do think Goldberg probably will join AEW, but I don't think it's going to happen this week. I don't think he'll be at Forbidden Door, because we know Tony Khan loves to brag. He loves to make these major announcements, and if he did sign Goldberg, that would legit be a major announcement. I'm sure he would be all over that, yet he hasn't made any scheduled major announcement appearances yet, so we'll see. I don't think it's going to be Goldberg, but he didn't refuse it. He didn't rule it out. So possibly, who's going to be his tag team partner? Who's going to team up with Sting and Darby Allin? I don't know. Will it be Goldberg? I don't think so. But Goldberg and Sting were allies for a short period in WCW. They've got that connection. Goldberg also worked in Japan. So, I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't completely rule him out. I just think Goldberg's too big to get brought in on this short notice and make up the third man in a tag team match. For me, that would be an absolute waste of Bill Goldberg. But we'll find out, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Do I want to see Bill in AEW? I would like to see it. Fuck it, give him the belt. Give him one last run. The guy wants to retire. Why not give him one last title run, then let him go on his way? Who knows, Wembley show's coming up soon. Bill Goldberg, I'm sure, would be a massive attraction for the Wembley show. I do think Bill Goldberg will probably join AEW, and there's definitely a lot of things for him to do. But really, make up the third man in a tag team with a decrepit old Sting and a Darby Allin that sucks against 3 guys. I don't even know who they're taking on. I think it's Jericho and 2 other bums. I don't think that's a good fit for Goldberg, but we will find out, guys. Anyway, leave me your thoughts down below. Do you want to see Goldberg in AEW? More importantly, do you want to see Goldberg at Forbidden Door this weekend? Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you in the next one, and of course, until then, peace.